Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing this early Saturday morning at about 10 a.m. on this gorgeous midsummer dog days, summer hazy overcast, gorgeous 75 degrees, Jay, from inside the mobile compound just north of downtown Detroit in the great state of Michigan. And bell notification, comment down below as Bitcoin price is up 0.12%. Share to get that truth, trust, education, and information as XLM and XRP are even on the day after a 100% pump the last 1 to 2 weeks. We ask you to obviously bell notification, subscribe down below to get the truth, trust, education, and information. And we're going to take a quick look here at the AMP we're going to start out with. And I believe the AMP is on the verge, finally, of a 1 to 2x move, on its way to potentially a 2 to 5x move, as a 2x move would get you from current price or from the price a few days ago to about the 0.01035, the upper resistance of this, what I'm thinking is a macro time frame bull flag, where I think it's going to break out, and then eventually we're going to be like I've been calling for since December of this last year, between the 2.5 and 5 cents. But currently, if we zoom in here, what we have to continue to do now, as you can see, we've worked our way now from where we were a few days ago. We were below the 50-day moving average in the daily. We said we had to work over the 50, then use the 100 as resistance, but the 50 as support, and then flip the 100, which you did, use the 200 as resistance, which you did, and now you're using the 100 as support, which you are. And now your next move on this stage, because this is a step-up pattern, and there's a process to this breakout of where you're at. Now your next move is going to get you and use the 0.00479 as resistance, but it's going to break the 200, and it's going to use the 200 in the daily right there as major support, right? And then I believe it's going to use that as support, and as soon as it does that, that's when you initiate, get out of here, that's when you initiate very, very quick, oh my God, a very, very quick 80% breakout on your way to potentially a 2x move up to upper resistance here in the short to medium term. So I'm very bullish in the short term on AMP. I do have just over 1 million coins. That's right. Why have 100,000 when you can have millions, right? I have just over 1 million coins. And we're playing the 1 million coins right now for a couple 100% move in the short term. But in the longer term, there could be this could be a coin that has a major breakout in the coming couple of years, where you come back to near all-time highs, and that would bring you to a 10x to 20x return. And we're going to have to put this on Do Not Disturb because I can't deal with that. So I'm very, very bullish on that in the short term, and we're going to continue to watch that. The Bitcoin price, what we're watching is, are we in this consolidation? You can see that track in purple. Are we in that? Are we just in a consolidation after this big pump? Like, come on. Like we were right here. We had the big pump in the track and then this down and sideways consolidation for a couple weeks. Is that where we're at now right here? And your next leg to the upside is going to be all the way up here to 156,000, or the upper resistance of this nearly 3-year rising channel? Or are we going to break down and come near the lower support, which starts at the 50 at 109, and then your major support at the 200, or the uptrending rising channel at about 102 to 104,000. So that's what we're watching out for this weekend. If we go into the Ethereum price, is the same thing. We've broken out. We're above this green trading support and resistance box. If we continue to trade above the 34.86 or the top part of this green trading box, our next target is $4,000, or the upper resistance of the short-term rising channel. Any kind of breakdown into this green trading zone, again, your initial support is $3,333, with a major underneath support right now of 3,051, and that's what we're looking like in the short term here. And Ethereum, XLM is similar. We've had a short-term mountain double top up there at about 52 cents, just below the 55 cents, major upper resistance. You have a short-term support of 43 cents, and a short to medium-term bullish cycle to tell you if you're bullish or bearish is at 36 cents. So if you hold the 43 cents, you have a short-term major resistance or target of 55 cents. If you fail to hold the 43 cents on this consolidation, 33 cents is your major bullish and bearish short-term, medium-term support, where if you stay above that, you're bullish. But if you break the 43 cents, you're likely to retest to 36. If you hold the 43 cents, you're likely to retest to 55 cents. The same thing with XRP. The 380 to 385 is the all-time high on Coinbase. And Coinbase was around in 2017-18 first bull market that got everybody on the hype cycle. So we came just below that. Our next target that you got resisted at is 376. Your major underneath support is 303. If you hold the 303, you can make a run at the all-time high in XRP from about almost 7 years ago at $3.85. If you fail to hold, just like we're going to delete that, if you fail to hold and you delete the 303, your major short-term bullish and bearish underneath support is $2.55 here in the short term, right? So that's what I'm looking at in the XRP. If you hold the 303, you can make a run at the 385 all-time high. First, you got to breach 376 major support level, resistance level, and if you can't hold the 255 on any kind of consolidation below the 303, that would be short-term, but the medium-term bearish again. Like the channel, subscribe. I'm working right now, so I'll give you shorter, frequent updates today. Peace and love. We'll do an altcoin update later on.